What's up guys, Houndish here, just with a quick news update for Destiny 2. I wanted to talk about the Curse of Osiris expansion, which is now confirmed coming to Destiny 2. I also wanted to talk about shaders, and there's kind of a lot of talk at the moment about the new shader system, and Luke Smith actually has a few words about the new system, and there's some matchmaking stuff that I want to mention briefly as well, so let's get into it. Firstly, Destiny 2's first expansion is now confirmed to be Curse of Osiris. So we did have a leak a little while ago that said we would be getting Curse of Osiris, and there was a whole bunch of cool stuff coming in this expansion, but it is now actually confirmed to be the case, and this is via the Xbox Store. So the Destiny 2 Expansion 1 Curse of Osiris kind of page is actually live, and it's actually available on the store, and it gives us a breakdown of what's coming in the DLC. It doesn't give us a date specifically just yet, but obviously we're likely to learn about that pretty soon, especially considering, you know, we're into September now. But Destiny 2 Expansion 1, The Curse of Osiris, continues your Guardian's journey with all new story missions and adventures set in a new destination, Mercury. Journey through time and space to learn the secrets of Osiris, avert a dark future, and rebuild the ties between the legendary warlock and his greatest student, Ikora Rey. So that's pretty interesting in itself. Ikora Rey and Osiris actually have some kind of, backstory, a bit of a relationship there, and we're going to learn more about it in this new expansion. But it actually has a feature list for what we can expect to see in the expansion. So it will include Mercury and its mysterious infinite forests. So that's going to be really, really cool. On top of this, it will have new story missions and adventures, new themed weapons, armor, and gear to earn, as well as cooperative activities and new competitive multiplayer arenas, as well as even more. So this does correlate pretty well with the leak that we had a couple of weeks back, and this really says a lot for the kind of content that we're going to see in Destiny 2 in terms of expansions. We've just had the game, it's got a whole bunch of pretty big areas, and then we're going to have Mercury added onto the game, before the end of this year, which is pretty incredible, and we're going to see new story missions, adventures, and a whole bunch of new gear, as well as cooperative and multiplayer activities coming. So this is really interesting, and for any of us worried about kind of content and how much we're likely to get, it seems like this is going to be a fairly sizable expansion, definitely bigger, by the looks of it, than what we had in the Dark Below and the House of Wolves back in Destiny 1, so perhaps slightly more on the scale of something like Rise of Iron, although we'll really have to see how it pans out. Destiny 2 is of course its own beast, but this is really promising stuff, and we should expect some kind of release date given to us pretty soon. Moving on, I wanted to talk about shaders in Destiny 2. Of course, shaders work quite differently now. They are kind of individual one-time use items that you can apply to pieces of gear. You can mix and match shaders across pieces of gear, and there's been a lot of anxiety in the community about, how these systems work and how easy it is to actually get hold of shaders. So Luke Smith actually came out and kind of gave a statement about this, and he said that shaders are earned through gameplay, leveling, chests, engrams, and vendors. We expect you'll be flush with shaders as you continue to play. When you reach level 20, shaders will drop more often. Vendor rewards, destination play, and endgame activities are capable of dropping shaders, and shaders are now an ongoing reward for playing. Customization will inspire gameplay. Each planet has its unique armor and shader rewards, and with Destiny 2, we want statements like "I want to run the raid, trials, or go back to Titan to get more of its shaders" to be a possibility. So really he's justifying this with, it's part of the game, it's part of what keeps you playing the game to kind of get your characters to where you want them to be, which I absolutely understand. A few people have asked me what do I think of this system. I honestly don't have much of a problem with it right now. It seems pretty cool in terms of customization and stuff like that. Obviously the issue that people have is how accessible these shaders are. Of course, through Eververse, it looks like there will be some kind of rotating stock there that does feature a few shaders, so it's possible that kind of some of the shaders will pop up in the stock as we rotate through different resets. So if you were looking for a specific one and you didn't get it, eventually, it might pop up at Eververse or something like that, and you can use the Strange Dust, I think it's called, but that isn't entirely clear just yet. So whether Bungie will make changes if people are still kind of not happy with this situation, then we'll have to wait and see, but it's good that they're kind of talking about it. And finally, Cosmo posted to the Bungie forums about matchmaking changes to address long wait times. So he said, "We've been investigating longer than usual matchmaking times sometimes on Xbox that can sometimes result in mongoose errors. To address this, we will be making some slight changes to matchmaking settings. We're changing the way matchmaking evaluates new players in the system with no previous matchmaking history. That evaluation period will be short out for faster and simpler matchmaking. Beyond the new user experience, matchmaking settings will be unchanged. Thanks for playing, and we'll update this thread with any additional changes we make. So I actually can relate to this issue. In the past couple of days when I've tried to play in the Crucible, it's just sat there and hasn't found anyone to play with, and I kind of guessed that it was a population thing because people are really focusing on PvE stuff, the story and everything like that at the moment. And there's also the complication that Bungie have kind of brought over skill ratings from Destiny 1 to some degree to your characters, so when you actually go into the Crucible, you're already being kind of match made to people that you should be playing, or who are actually kind of roughly at your skill level. There is some kind of data transfer there, and that's making it hard for players to kind of group up and stuff like that, but Bungie are working on it. So there we go, guys, just a little news update. Really exciting that we've heard about the trials, or the Curse of Osiris. I'm never going to stop saying names from Destiny 1, man. Also, I'm super tired because just Destiny grind, and it's like day 2/3 and there's still loads to do. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'll be curious to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section. If you have enjoyed the video, a like is very much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny 2 content. But for now, have an awesome day.